Assalamu alaikum. In today's class, we will talk about the concept of international communication. Very simply defined, international communication is called to that type of communication that takes place between two or more nations. In other words, international communication takes place across the boundaries. The news and information of one country flows towards other country or other various countries. That is called international communication. Actually, it's very necessary. The main or the core objective of international communication is that when one nation gets involved in international communication, then it becomes able to keep knowledge, to keep news and information, or any type of development in other countries. And also, it keeps abreast with the latest happenings around the world. And on the basis of that international news and information, then that country becomes able to maintain its relations or diplomatic platforms open with other countries, because it happens that if the level of international communication is low of any such country, then that may create misunderstanding, or that may cause conflict between that countries and other countries as well. Therefore, international communication also involves, or it also increases the speed of diplomacy as well. So, when international communication takes place, then due to the flow of world news and information, not only government officials, but as well common people become able to know what is happening around the world, and then they compare what happens in their country and what happens in other countries in all aspects, particularly in the context of development. So, moreover, due to day by day increasing the flow of international communication, or the flow of global news and information, the world has been divided in two main parts. One, the countries which come in the one part, they are technically called uh, information rich countries, or news and information rich countries, whereas against it, the countries which come in the second division, or which come in the second part, those are technically called news and information poor countries. So this is the difference. So those countries which are called news and information rich countries, they are developed countries, because their human resource, or their technology resource, they are so powerful that they manage to the news and information, and they are the producers of news and information towards the world. Therefore, their culture, or their standing becomes dominant upon those countries who are information poor countries, or who are news and information poor countries. Comparatively, uh, information poor countries are those who haven't human resource or technological resources to produce news and information to be flowed towards other parts of the world or other nations and countries. Therefore, they remain underdeveloped, or they are called underdeveloping countries, because majorly they are receivers instead of news and information producers. The underdeveloped or developing countries become the information receivers. So, in this way, uh, international communication has been characterized now in two divisions: one, information rich countries, and other, information poor countries. So, information rich countries, the examples are those developed countries like America, Great Britain, France. Whereas the information poor countries are found mostly in Africa, Latin America, and in some parts of the Asia or Asian continent. So, in this way, this is the concept of international communication. Thank you very much.